but I do one show at a time, just like all of you.
Wow.
People wonder then, how are his sales so high? Oh, he must be doing something to get his sales that high. Well, you are absolutely correct. I am doing something. Host coaching, and what I call host encouraging. I want to share with you today exactly what I do. First and foremost, I keep it simple. I send or give my host a host party packet with 3 catalogs, outside order forms, the party planners, specials, postcards, a recruiting flyer, as well as a personal letter to the host. Now you're thinking, wait, that's what I do. So what's different? I do not put myself first when it comes to a Pampered Chef party. My host has always been the most important person in the business. Focusing on them and making sure they receive as many free products and discounted kitchen tools as I can fill their cabinets with is my main goal, not just how much money I will make tonight. My rewards come simply by focusing on them. Making the host genuinely happy will ensure future business and many, many more bookings. I never assume my host knows what to do. This might be the first time they've ever hosted a home party, so I don't take them for granted, and I tell them we are doing this together. Basically, I become their co-host. I make sure they know everything that they will receive for hosting a party, and all of the current and future perks that come with hosting, as well as the benefit of starting their own Pampered Chef business. During the month before the show, after they receive their host party packet, I send out 3 letters to them. Yes, through the mail, and not email or Facebook, as so many people have become numb to these. And I also hand address each one of those letters. No labels. Okay? No one receives anything in the mail today, so they pay more attention to it.
Right.
They are simple reminders of what is expected of the host, so there's no surprises. It's a bullet point guideline to help them stay focused and organized. Again, I keep it simple. At the time of the booking, I tell them about the importance of attendance and emphasize this in each letter to them, so their rewards will be higher. 3 days before the party, I speak to them on the phone. Very importantly, I ask, how many definite confirmations do you have? I don't ask how many people are coming, because these are 2 different questions. This way, she answers 5 people are definites. I can then help and guide her to get the attendance totals up. The more people she has, the more free merchandise she receives, and the more people she'll tell about it. A happy host means she will boast. I used to get upset if I showed up and we only had 3 people in attendance, and like everyone else, I would think, this person's a loser, she has no friends. But years ago, I changed my entire outlook on this and took this on each time as a challenge to help and encourage the host. To me, smaller parties now mean I can focus on each of the guests' personal needs even more. Their individual orders are also higher, which helps the host out. First, I make the host feel comfortable about only having 3 people showing up. Obviously, that was not her intention. So I immediately take the stress away from her and tell her, you know what, we're gonna have a great time anyway, don't worry about it. After the demonstration, we sit down and go over who couldn't make it and all the ways her friends can still place orders. I ask those who are in attendance also to help out by bringing a book to work and helping her collect additional orders as well. I constantly coach and encourage my hosts all throughout. Believing in them makes all the difference in the world. Last week, I had a party that started out at $275. Before I came to conference, it closed out at $1,100. Here's how though. Each time she hit the next level, I would say, wow, you're at $560 in sales. Do you realize just $40 more and you were at $600? Wow, you made it to $630. Do you realize there's $70 more? That's just like 2 orders. Now, how happy do you think that host was when she received $240 of product as opposed to $20? How many people is she going to tell? All because of host encouraging and coaching. I also truly know what I am selling. I know the benefits of each item in our catalog and all of their uses, both practical and secondary. Knowing our knives, cookware, and stoneware, and the ability to answer questions readily and knowing where to find the information makes a huge difference in my sales. Some people might think, oh, I don't have time to do all that. I have a family and a busy life. David doesn't have kids or another job. Of course he can do that. Well, until recently, I did have a full-time job in addition to Pampered Chef. Because of the flexibility of the Pampered Chef business, for the last 10 years, as many of you know, I was also to be a full-time stay-at-home son. Yep, you heard I was able to fulfill my parents' wishes to take care of them in their own home for the last years. After a great life, my dad passed away this year at 91. And here's the really cool thing. He was also a Pampered Chef consultant until he was at 85. He asked me what I wanted for my birthday one year. I spend most of my additional free time in volunteer work with the food banks, and I had a non-profit concert company raising money for additional charities in New Jersey. Knowing the products, believing in the the mission statement of the Pampered Chef, and host encouraging and coaching are why any one of you, with a little encouragement, absolutely could be up here next year. Thank you so much.